welcome back to another episode of Screen Tested. I am your host Tyrant, and in today's episode we're going to be taking a look at lightsaber defense. Yes, this is part 2 in this series. In the first part we looked at the blade. Now these lightsabers are just standard stunt sabers. They're made out of polycarbonate tubing and they are reasonably practical, and in a self-defense situation they could probably pack quite a punch. Now, I purposely left something out of the first episode, and that was what we're going to explore in today's episode. And that's why I left it out. And that is, instead of using the lightsaber for defense like this, what if we used it like this? Yes, something a bit more akin to a murder stroke. Now, it's called a murder stroke because that's what it's called when you use a sword flipped around. With the lightsaber, it actually makes a lot more sense than actually using the blade. Now, the blade is made out of polycarbonate. It's light, and you can get a lot of good speed on it, and it will probably hurt people for the most part. You can thrust it straight into the faces, all that sort of stuff. However, the most effective part of a lightsaber, if you were to be carrying it around, would be the hilt. The hilt is made out of aluminum and they have a lot of mass to them. So what happens when you actually swing them that way? They are far more dangerous and deadly. So that's what we're going to be exploring in today's episode. Let's get started. Okay, we've seen how effective these blades can actually be. They are pretty good for the most part. So let's see what it's like to actually start. I can already feel the mass difference. Holy. All I'm gonna say is if I was hit with something like that, that would genuinely hurt. There's no joke. Because I don't know if it's actually translating properly how hard this is actually hitting him. So we might have to work our way up to a different medium. But let's just do one more for the road. That sound, man. I don't know what that sound is, but that sounds gnarly. All right, let's move up to some different mediums now, because we know that Tony can take a wallop, and sometimes it's a bit hard to see just how hard or visceral something may be. So let's start with a water bottle and then work our way up to something like a coconut. If this smashes through a coconut, that's crazy. All right, let's start with a water bottle. That should be something simple and easy. You guys couldn't see that because it was off camera, but that sent a shower up into the tree about 5 meters away. That was insane. Okay, I guess that means it's time for the coconut. I really hope it gets through the coconut. But before we do, I want to tell you about NSabers if you're in the market for a really high quality lightsaber. I've actually worked with NSabers in the past, which is why I'm working with them again. I wouldn't accept any of this sort of thing from a company that I didn't think the quality was good enough. And NSabers actually does some pretty good work. I really like the quality of their hilts. So they reached out to me and they said, hey, can we send you some sabers? And I was like, go for it, go for it. And so they sent me an Obi-Wan Episode 2, which is a really underrated design in my personal opinion, and a Cal Kestis Fallen Order saber, which is really, really good quality as well. These two here are NeoPixel blades, why they look absolutely wicked on camera, but obviously they have a whole bunch of different colors, ignitions, sound profiles, and I wanted to show you how they look compared to something like an sRGB blade. You can see the difference here. This one here is baselit. These ones are a little bit more cheaper, which is a perfectly good option as well, because these are actually better suited to like sparring or, you know, just practicing with a blade, whereas these ones look absolutely incredible on camera and stuff like that. This is what it sounds like with its full volume up. But these are some options that they have available on their website. There'll be a link in the description and the pinned comment. It's an affiliate link, so if you guys buy anything, whether it's now or in the future, it helps support the channel so I can continue to make this sort of content. There's also a coupon code, I think, I'll leave that here if there is. I think it's like 7% off, which means you guys get to save some money, which is awesome as well. But thank you, NSabers, for sending these sabers through. They look absolutely incredible, and it means, hey, maybe you'll see these in some upcoming lightsaber videos. But with that out of the way, let's get back to the episode. So, like I said, if you want to check out some cool sabers and get a discount code, check the pinned link and in the description for NSabers, and it helps support the channel. All right, now let's try a coconut. Let's see how this thing goes. Coconut. Let's do it again. All right, second attempt. I mean, the first one wasn't an attempt, I did it. Second try on a coconut. Let's see if we can do it again. Repeating results here. Damn. Okay, self-defense lightsaber. So something that I didn't even see until I went to fix Tony's armor was this massive crack in the faceplate. It seems that strike right there, I didn't even notice, completely cracked it all the way up to here, just from that little strike. I thought I should mention it because I don't mention it in the episode because I didn't even see it. Honest self-defense lightsaber. Honestly, using them in this capacity with the hilt is far more effective. And that's why I wanted to leave it for episode 2, because the first one we were just testing out the blade. And to be honest, the blade's a badass. They can take it. But the hilts, this is where you really get into it. These things are gnarly. So, if you really want to defend yourself with a lightsaber, you can use the blades. You can thrust with them, you can hit with them, and they will most likely hold up to it. However, with adrenaline, it might be a little bit of a sticky situation. However, using one of these bad boys, well, I just showed you what it did to a coconut. So what do you think it would do to a, I can't say it because I'll get demonetized. But I think that's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, to be honest, using a lightsaber for the purposes of self-defense in this way is far more effective. Now you're probably wondering, if you haven't seen the first episode at least that is, why would you even use a lightsaber for self-defense? A lot of places in the world are not the US, and actually carrying any sort of item for the express purpose of defending yourself is illegal. I know, it's crazy, right? However, carrying something like this if you go into a Comic-Con or a convention or you're just in the city or whatever it may be is perfectly reasonable and valid, and in a tight spot, they may be able to defend you. I think that's pretty cool, and it's something that I wanted to put to the test. So hopefully I've shown you guys what's capable. If you use it in the correct way, you can check out the first episode if you haven't already, just so you can see what the blades can actually stand up against. And now you can see what the hilts can do. Thanks for watching, guys. I genuinely hope you enjoyed. Remember to like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below of what you thought of today's episode, and consider checking out NSabers if you're in the market for a proper lightsaber, because if you use the affiliate link down below, I get a kickback a little bit, and it helps support the channel and helps me make this content. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, I'll see you in another episode. Have a good one.